Oh, welcome back to the second half of the Bobby Dupre Show, along with my sidekick, Andrew.
I'm going to get paid the second half this
Second
show.
half, yeah, you missed the first half. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to apologize too much because I didn't get paid either.
How about good morning to our group we went to a little mass with last night? Keith Hebert, Monsignor Melançon, the whole crew that got together at Valentin Hall.
Very nice
See,
group.
Keith, you didn't get me out my chair. You were trying to get somebody else to be his sidekick. I think you were trying to get Monsignor Melançon to take my job, but I still got my job this morning. Good morning, Keith.
And I want to backtrack just a little bit to the Louisiana Orphan Train Gathering that was held on the 14th, Saturday, July the 14th. And pay some respect to one of our leaders, the leader that has just given up nearly every other portions of her life except working for the museum that we see today. She had it in her dream some years ago when we first started gathering. In fact, the first ones were held right here at Toby's Little Lodge here in Opelousas when I owned the facility. And I'm speaking, of course, of Miss Flo Inhern. Miss Flo is just totally dedicated, and a lot of other volunteers. I don't want to put anybody, you know.
Oh, yeah, it's not a one-person show.
No, it's not a one-person show, but she has just given up her life. In fact, most of what you see on the walls and in showcases and all, that was all in her little small home.
She'd accumulate and she was storing it away and taking care of it
for the day that the museum would be built, and it got built. And of course, Southern Pacific played a role in that, giving us the building. Union Pacific, I'm sorry. Union Pacific gave us the opportunity to have this, and grants and volunteers and donations and buying bricks. And by the way, the brick wall, I was impressed.
I like the way they did. You know, a lot of times it's a brick walkway, but this time they did it in a wall where you can see all the names a lot easier.
And then it serves as a privacy fence also for small gatherings inside the little courtyard there. So good thinking.
I saw my family's brick is right next to Heidi and Baby Jack.
Right, well, very good.
So that was kind of neat.
So Miss Flo and all of you, you do a great job for the community, and I'd be remiss. That's a big word for a boy from Plaisance. I mean, I don't use that word very much. If I didn't personally thank Bobby Dardo, who prints the Bon Nouvelle. The Bon Nouvelle means good news, and that's all he prints, kind of like what we try to do here on this program here, all good news. And Bobby, thanks a lot, and thanks for doing me that favor. I'll get down there and pick up my copy of a picture real soon.
How about this good news? If you tried to get gas all this week at Mr. Tommy's Mobile, you may have had problems getting to the pumps. He's gotten all the parts and had a huge lightning strike that burned up all the pump equipment. They've got some of the pumps on. He should have the rest on probably by the time you see this show. So go by Thomas, buy you a tank of gas and
help him out. There you go.
Help. Good morning, Miss Wilma, too, by the way.
We have our, I guess you'd call it our monthly email from Miss Mavis Frugier from the Arnaville area.
Yes, sir.
And they have in the French table meet on July the 28th. That's this Saturday at 9 a.m. at Nounou's. This informal French-speaking enthusiasts make for a fun morning. Coffee, breakfast, pastries, always served. Free event and open to the public. And in the same light as that, over in Lafayette last Saturday, to help a business out, they call it a cash mob. And what it is they French-speaking people who are interested in the continuation of the French culture in South Louisiana in particular. They've started something new. When a business starts up, they're going to try to assist them, and they're going to say on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock,
we're all going to meet there.
We're going to meet at BB's Pasterie.
Patisserie.
And they did that last Saturday, and a normal day they might have 25 customers in the morning to buy the pastries. They had about 200 showed up.
They text message and Facebook and let everybody know to rush in.
Let everybody, and it was also in the well, it was the Sunday paper, giving a report on it. And they're going to be doing this, so those of you that are interested in the French language, kind of keep up with it by way of, like you said, Facebook, and of course the newspapers and radio
Text your
shows and
friends and
TVs
email your
and all.
buddies.
And anyhow, great idea. Allons parler français un petit peu plus. Moi, je peux parler un petit peu. Je comprends proche tout quelque chose. Dans quelques mots, je ne comprends pas qui vient de Saint-Martin Parish of Saint Martin. There's a few words that they use that are different from ours.
Well, that's everywhere.
And that's kind of like the English language and the French and German. Everybody has a little dialect difference here and there. But anyhow, I'm very proud. J'ai bien how do I say proud? Very proud. Je peux parler français, je comprends tout quelque chose. Et moi, je vais aller un des samedis et manger des pastries.
Right.
Et du café.
Right.
Avec Mavis et tous les parleurs de français de Arnaudville.
There you go. That's not too bad.
No, not too bad.
We got little
talking about that.
Go ahead.
There's the class of 1957 of Opelousas High School had a little reunion.
Go ahead.
And a guy that'll make you laugh. I'm sure he speaks French pretty well. He comes originally from the Church Point area. I'm speaking of J.D. Esterlet was in it. He just kind of stood out in here, and I know nearly everybody in
What
that.
year was he the governor? He was the governor back in...
I have the sign.
Yeah. Well, he didn't win. No, he ran. He didn't win.
He didn't win, but he ran. He ran, and I still have his sign in my outdoor kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
And to all of you all, it looks like y'all had a great time, and they held it at the Elks Lodge here in downtown Opelousas.
I got to get some sponsors in, otherwise they're going to shut us down.
Ron Duprec's picture was in there,
Ron
too.
Dupre, my cousin. There you go. Steamboat Warehouse. Get mama away from the smell of own cooking. Go to world-famous Washington, and you know the best of the best of the best chef. I guess that's how many years running? 7 years, 8 years? He is the man. Go by and see chef owner Jason Hugay at the Steamboat Warehouse in Washington. Great seafood, great steaks, huge wine selection. They make some nice little libations. That Bloody Mary with a pickle zydeco in it is great to have. And go by and have a good time. And we've got the Quarters Casino. That's north of Opelousas as well. Over on exit, what is that? 23. And you can go to Quarters Casino and get that great Chevron fuel. You can get diesel. You can get gasoline, nice concrete, big overhangs where you stay dry even if it's drizzling, well lit. You can easily get there on and off the interstate fast, near the visitor center right across the highway. So you get friends coming in, they can get their fuel there, get a bite to eat at the Mexican restaurant, the Cantina in there as well. They've got crispy, crunchy fried chicken there. Go by the Quarters Casino and do a little gaming as well.
Nice friendly staff too. I left something over there. I left my card there a while back, and by golly, they ran me down. I was in a Voss Parish. And they ran me down. I went and picked up when I got back.
And the Piggly Wiggly, go by Piggly Wiggly. Any one of the three little pigs. You can go over to Semsport, or 2 locations here in Opelousas. The south location on Heather Drive also does catering. You can go by there and talk to Joey Quibido, who does our cooking show here, What's Cooking, here each week with Chef Jason Hugay from the Steamboat.
Do a good job too.
Whole fryer, 79 cents a pound. Pork steaks, $1.69 a pound, and they got, man, New York strip steaks, $5.99 a pound for the big family packs. Go by, the pig knows best.
And on the death side, obituaries, Miss Annabelle Guitros Lalonde,
one of my cousins,
from Leonville, Louisiana, died at the age of 98. Miss Annabelle and Adelaide taught at Leonville many years ago. We made friends with she and, of course, her husband that was still alive, Mr. Joe, at that time. What a wonderful, wonderful person. And I'm sorry I was not available to visit with the family, but she has 2 nieces that she was very close to, and I'm speaking of Janelle Gilbo Broussard, Bruce's wife. They live in Cancton, Louisiana, and Carlene Gilbo Barry, that's Robert Barry's wife in the Sunset area, and a host of nieces and nephews, but wonderful person. What about our actor?
George Jefferson.
George Jefferson, better known as Sherman Hemsley, age 74, very young. He acted like he was old when he was a young person.
Right, right. He, you know, it came up through the All in the Family series and got his own series with it, and was kind of a different thing in those days to show just a middle class to lower income black family working their way up, moving on up is what the big thing was. And they went to the penthouse and everything else, had the nice fancy place, and he owned a bunch of the dry cleaners, and they made a bunch of money. So it was he was an interesting character.
And then Miss Dorothy Celia Francaise Bourdon, and of course that's she was well up in her age. She was 93, lived to be old. She and her husband were two of the owners of Bourdon Ford right here in downtown Opelousas. And of course, Mr. Warren's been dead a number of years ago, and she was living with one of her family members in Montgomery County, Maryland, when she died. But the funeral services were held here earlier this week.
Right.
And another person who died, I had not seen Joanne in a long time, and I'm speaking of Joanne Laverne. Used to see her all the time. Her husband, Jake, and I were good friends. And her parents were Carl and Mildred Elder Sr., and her brother was Carl Elder Jr. So well known, and our sympathies to all of our friends.
Carl's Thrifty Way. You need some medicine, go to Carl's Thrifty Way right here on South Union Street in Opelousas. They can help you out with prescription medication, over-the-counter medication. They can compound multiple prescriptions together, make it easier for you to take. They can sit with you and discuss with you what they expect with your medicines. You know, they got the time to do that. Sometimes you get to that doctor's office and you run so fast, you don't know hardly what they prescribed you, but you got good trained professionals at Carl's, and don't forget about them for gifts, home decorating ideas. They'll even go out to your home and give you home decorating ideas. That's Carl's Thrifty Way. And how about LHC Group? All about helping people. LHC Group has everything from the beds to the nurses to the therapists that come to your home. Also very active in the community. And I know Ms. Ginger Myers is very active with the Go Red for Women. That's a big program with the American Heart Association. You and I have gone to certain American Heart Association events, and her and her husband Keith are always there, very generous, very active. I know that there's a big event coming up this spring, the Go Red for Women luncheon this coming February that they're going to help host and direct. I know some of the LHC employees are serving on the board.
The chairman of this event works with LHC Group.
Exactly.
So they very, she's got a little story she tells in her letter, and she meaning Ginger Myers, and her mother died at age 51, and next year she'll be 51. Well, maybe I shouldn't have said that, but anyhow.
Well, she says it in her letter.
Yeah, but she says it in her letter. I didn't make this up. It's kind of touching to her.
Right.
She's so healthy today, and you just never know. And your health is something that is very unpredictable.
Right. Especially something like the heart, where maybe if you haven't seen many
women are inclined to be concerned about cancer. That's their big concern. But I think it's 4-to-1 deaths with the heart conditions over the cancer conditions.
Right. So get your heart checked.
Get your heart checked and have a big heart. Small town restaurant makes it big, and I'm speaking of Glenda's Creole Kitchen in Breaux Bridge, Louisiana. And I've met this lady, Glenda Broussard of Glenda's Creole Kitchen. We're going to come right back. We have to take a little break.
We'll see y'all in 1 minute.